Okay, folks, we're going to go ahead and get started here. We got a lot of stuff to do tonight. So those of you that are staying for the QRP meeting, kind of get yourself settled here. And I wonder if you folks could introduce yourselves.
I'm Scott Swift with Boy Scouts of America.
Okay.
And I'm Nancy Swift, and
Okay. Okay. Good deal. You are not licensed yet, is that right? Okay. We'll be working on that. Okay.
And I'm Roger, KJ4YSY.
Have a seat, Roger.
Thank you.
And I'm Stuart Blood, KF4YNB.
Okay. We had you last month. Good to see you again.
Brad, WA4HBN.
Yo.
Smokey.
Smokey, Kilo Echo 6, India Victor Kilo.
All righty. Very good. And thank you all for attending. Everybody's all spread out, so I'm probably just going to leave the camera on you, Roger. Try not to make any obscene gestures or anything like that. Okay. First of all, this being an even-numbered month, the luncheon will be at the Denny's up here. And there's Sean, KW4KT. Okay. So let's figure out when we want to do that. How would August 20 be for the folks in here that want to attend?
August 20th, fine with me.
Okay. All righty. So that'll be at the Denny's on Newtown Pike at 11:30. Okay. And most of you know Bars has their annual picnic in September, so we don't meet. Most of us will be over there eating, so we'll all be there. But we will not have a formal meeting, just like Bars doesn't have a formal meeting, so we won't meet again until October. Now, a lot of you saw that Bill DeVore posted about Banggood, the big company in China, having these 40-meter CW transceiver kits. And I bought 3 of them because the first quantity price break is at from 3 to 9. And so I bought one for Brad, and I've got a couple. I'm probably going to keep them both myself. But anyhow, pass those around so you can see what they look like.
I got the paperwork here already up.
Oh, okay, good. Because I haven't opened mine yet. So, and let's see. Bill Fuquay at the. Well, hello, Wilson. Bill Fuquay at dinner tonight was saying that it's basically like a Pixie, and those go for about. Well, it's $10.11 shipped in quantities of 3 to each for quantities of 3 to 9. Okay. The other thing that I wanted to cover, and Sean and I have been looking at this, is the issue with the Signal Link USBs, and Glenn Dawson's mother is in the hospital, so I don't think they're going to be here tonight. And I know he has a Signal Link. I don't know, Roger, if you do anything with digital modes or not, but there's been some more information just came out over the weekend on this. At least it was new to me. And Sean, keep me straight on this in case I say anything wrong, but Texas Instruments says it is a bug in their chips, the chips that they use to make the Signal Link USB, and the same chips are used in some of the radios, and probably the radios that have the built-in USB audio. Also some of the, probably some of the other digital interfaces. And if you're using that with a computer of Windows Vista or newer, the computer thinks that the chip is a microphone, and it's a problem with the communication between the operating system and the USB device. And so it adds 60 dB of boost, which causes the audio to just be saturated. So what's supposed to be a sine wave looks like a square wave. So you found that your signal link has the problem, right?
It appears that it does.
Okay.
Now, I don't know if SignalLink, I'm thinking that it's possible that they may have done something to correct it, to try to mask it, maybe put some attenuation on the SignalLink side, but it looks like the same chip and the same behavior is there. When I look at the input without anything, if you just look at the your control panel recording device, you see it just basically maxed out most of the time. And then if you follow those steps, he says it goes back down. What I noted on mine though is that when it's fixed, when the bug is supposedly gone, the input level is really low. So basically to get you want your RX to be like around 12 o'clock or something like that. So what I also meant to say in regard to is that TI says that beginning in 2011 that the next release of the chips has the fix. Now I have a SignalLink USB that I bought just within the last 3 weeks that does not have the problem. But yours is fairly new, right? Yeah, it's brand new. But
well, who knows how long the chips were on the shelf, and who knows how long the SignalLink was on the shelf, or how long Tigertronics had the chips in inventory before they built the thing.
yeah, it's also very unclear as to which chips in that series actually have a C-Rev chip. So.
Right. And there's a Tigertronics SignalLink Yahoo group, and I've asked in there, I don't know whether anybody from Tigertronics follows that, but I've asked in there if anybody knows if Tigertronics might be able to release some kind of a patch or something for the old units. So it's not really a Windows bug, it's really a bug in the chips. Did you see the video that John Sands created over the weekend?
Yeah.
Okay. So he says if you just adjust the microphone level setting, that's like a permanent change. You have to set it real low if you've got bad chips.
You have to select the decibels as well.
Yeah.
Instead of see that.
Yeah. So I've got 2 different SignalLink USBs in the shack. I don't really care to have them both plugged in at the same time. So when I switch, I'm going to have to move. It'll be all the way to the right for the new one and almost all the way to the left for the old one. In any event, if you need help, let me know, and I can either steer you to the videos or I can help you figure it out. But you have to bring up the Windows audio controls and adjust things to get rid of that saturation, because basically it turns your sine wave into square waves because it's boosting it and it's really overdriving the circuitry. So let us know if you need Smokey Lee, because Smokey was asking about that because they've got an older SignalLink downstairs. Okay. Alrighty, throw it open for anything anybody's doing. Sean, how's things going with the antennas and stuff like that?
Well, after all the weather and everything we had, I finally have all my antennas up.
Okay.
And I've made lots of contacts.
Okay.
Several different countries, and I did get going on digital with the SignalLink that I got in on Friday, and I thought I'd jump in, just for a few minutes because I didn't really have my software set up, and it's a little bit nerve-wracking to, have something that can key up your transceiver, without it being completely configured and under your control. So I got comfortable enough to get on and make a few contacts, and then I reduced to 5 watts and made a contact in California in about a few minutes, and he copied me real clear on 5 watts. So that was a good experiment, and then I decided to hang it up for PSK until I get all my
Get your macros set up, yeah, because that's all anybody does anymore. I haven't run that in a long time. I kind of got going on JT65, but if you want to do a little bit of rag chewing, PSK 31's the mode. If you want to exchange names and QTHs, and people have their brag buttons to give you what their equipment is and all that kind of stuff. So it's a great mode.
I did notice some people actually talking to me.
Well, no, it may be a rarity, but it's not uncommon. I've had some really nice, 45-minute, hour-long rag chews with that, and it's a lot of fun. But yeah, digital is just turn your mic gain really all the way down, and then adjust your signal length so you're getting. I typically am between 25 and 50 watts out. And then if you look at your rig, look at your ALC meter, you should not have any ALC.
Yeah.
In fact, you can crank it up. You can crank the gain up until you start getting some ALC, and then you want to stay back down. And if you can't be doing too bad, otherwise somebody would have told you. Quit splattering.
Yeah, no, everybody said it looked good.
Yeah, I always did that. In my first QSOs, I always said, "Does my signal look okay?" Okay, well, good deal. And think about building yourself a field kit sometime where you can go out in the park and join us.
Yeah,
So.
my TS2000 is not going out.
Now, mine doesn't either, let me tell you.
Okay.
Roger, what's going on with you out in?
Well, really not much.
Okay.
I haven't been to the park. Haven't really been out anywhere.
It's too hot for me to do anything outside, so.
Well, if I go, I'll probably go at 7 o'clock in the morning
Yeah.
and stay till 11 o'clock or so, something like that.
I understand that it's going to be like the latter part of this week, a pretty good cold front's going to come in, so it'll be a little cooler, so maybe we can do any good.
Yeah, so I'm expecting to get to go out some now.
Okay.
And, really, like I say, I really haven't done anything. I've had trouble with my, of course, this is not QRP, but had trouble with my 7000 again.
Really?
Yeah. I'll tell you the story, and maybe somebody will come up. I'll shorten it a little bit. But anyway, my radio, I thought I was getting RF back into my radio. So I redid all my ground wires, changed my coax cable out, everything. That's not what it was. Nobody reported any RF coming in on my signal. I changed to CW, and it cleared it up.
Okay, so your microphone cable?
Sideband that this was added to, and I would key my mic, and my radio would shut off.
Yeah. Okay.
So I got the idea that maybe I was overdriving. So I checked everything, and everything was still at default setting at 50%.
Well, RF sometimes gets in on microphone cables, so have you tried?
I tried different microphones.
Okay.
I thought it might be the power supply, so I tried put it on battery. So I ran off of my marine battery to see, same old thing.
Okay.
Anyway, I got the idea. I tried it on CW and so forth. And CW worked just fine. Everything worked just fine except single sideband. So I went back to single sideband and everything worked just fine. I've not had any more trouble out of it.
Okay.
So now that makes twice as this radio's done that. And when it very first time, I've been talking probably for 2 or 3 minutes on the mic, and it just shut itself off. And when it shuts itself off, it comes right back on again.
Okay.
Immediately. And then as I tried different things, the more I tried it, it got so that just as soon as I keyed the mic, it would shut off. And it's not RF. I checked it, there's nothing coming back in.
Okay.
And like I say, I really don't know, I don't know what I did to cure it. All I know is when I switched to CW and back to single sideband, it quit doing it.
Okay.
So I'm back on the air again and
He
doing it.
he done everything.
I worked and worked and worked.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Only trying to figure it out.
Trying
And
to
it
isolate
didn't
the
do it
problem.
on UHF or VHF. It wasn't that.
Okay,
Only on single sideband.
okay.
So, and I could reduce power to about 50 watts and it wouldn't do it.
Okay,
It would work just fine as long as I reduced my power down.
okay. Have you looked at, do you have an ammeter on your power supply by any chance to see what kind of power it's drawing, current it's drawing when you try to use it on sideband?
Well, like I say, I put it on my marine battery and
Okay.
it did the same thing.
Yeah, but it'd be interesting to know if it's for some reason, drawing excessive current.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Then it might shut something.
Well,
And by the way, it's a known good antenna, right? The SWR is okay?
Yeah, oh
Okay.
yeah.
If you do it on a dummy load, does it make any difference?
Well, I didn't try the dummy
Okay,
load,
okay.
but I did, when you said that, what I did do is I thought it was a power supply before and I bought a brand new one.
Okay.
And it does the same thing, no matter what power supply.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, well, my thought was if it's drawing excessive current, that might explain it.
yeah.
But it's curious about the different modes, so it's something unique to single sideband.
Yeah, and I
Okay.
really held the CW down for several seconds.
okay.
To make sure that it's, where it could really draw the full power.
Okay.
It did just fine.
Okay. All right. Well, if anybody has an idea or anybody watching the video has an idea, get in touch with Roger.
Yeah, I've definitely had some experiences with it.
Okay. Any new antennas or anything like that?
No
Okay.
new antennas.
Okay.
Got a question though.
Okay.
Okay, on these random wire in-fed antennas, I see a lot of the guys that's the backpacks does the summit things. They'll use a random length wire. Is there a certain length that they are using? How do you is it just a random? Just right out of the top of my head, I decide I'm going to use a 40-foot piece of wire.
Well, when I was operating from an apartment, I had a random wire and it was however long I could make it. So, I don't know. You would think some lengths might be easier to tune up on various frequencies. Yeah. Of course, that's going to be impacted by how high it's up and whether or not it's got any bends in it or anything like that. So, I wish we had a real antenna guru, but yeah, most people use random wires or, people that are constrained on space, and it's just kind of like, well, put a wire up as long and as high as you can get it, and then see what you can do with it. And believe me, it was a lot better when I was able to use something other than a random wire when I first started on the air. So,
Chris, can I make a few comments?
yeah,
on
yes,
that?
sir.
I've messed around a lot with random wire antennas. There's some things that, Roger, you might want to try it sometime. What you need is a good antenna coupler. Like an L network coupler that you can clip, it's got a coil on it about so big that you can clip to different,
Right.
and a big capacitor. And that and a good counterpoise, so generally you can get those things to load up on random wires at various frequencies. So you might want to try that sometime, especially if you're out, what you do with a QRP stuff, you can throw a wire in a tree.
Yeah.
And a good L network coupler and a good counterpoise, a good wire laying on the ground to make up the other side of it. Generally, you can get them to load. Try that sometime.
Okay, that's the reason I was wondering, you get out somewhere and you just got one tree,
Mm-hmm.
why a random length of wire would probably be about as good as you could hope for.
Yeah, well, of course, we've all got our end feds, which
Yeah.
probably work a lot better, but you're limited to whatever bands the end fed
Right.
is for, so, okay. Anything else tonight, Roger?
No, that's
Okay.
all I got.
You've got something for show and tell over there, don't you?
Show and tell? Oh, this was shown before. This
Oh,
is the
okay.
W1AW receiver.
Oh, okay, I got you, okay. I looked over there and said, he's built his kit already. I didn't smell any solder or anything.
Magic.
I borrowed it and checked it out,
Uh-huh.
and I was really amazed at how well it picks up, the W1AW, you know.
Yeah,
Worked very well. It's 40 meters,
mm-hmm,
so very few parts. And I looked online trying to duplicate it, and I couldn't find anything that was quite like that.
mm-hmm. Okay. Brad, do you have anything?
No, sir, I don't think so.
Okay. You've just been enjoying your summer, huh?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, it's about, now we got about 5 minutes left or so. Anybody over here with anything to report QRP wise?
Not a thing.
Okay, alrighty. So, anybody anywhere, there's a Wilson over there. Anybody with anything, questions, comments, anything related to QRP or otherwise? So, okay. Well, thanks everybody for coming, and we will see some of you at lunch on August the 20th. And don't forget the Bars Picnic, which is the second Monday in September. I never miss it because it's free food, and you shouldn't miss it either. And then we will get back together again in October. And as far as the September luncheon goes, we'll get together in the Yahoo group and set a date for that based upon who wants to make it and stuff like that. Last call. Anybody else or anything QRP related? Okay, thank you all very much.